Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the Minnesota Timberwolves facing the New Orleans Pelicans. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Devin Harris. That's his first foul. Lillard outside. From beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And any game on New Year's Eve, typically a very festive atmosphere and scene. Smitty, is there ever any extra motivation to close out the year with the win and kind of put a period to the year?
Yeah, it is, Kevin. I think for everybody in all professions, especially in the NBA, you look at it, win-losses. You want to end the year on a win, and you want to start the year on a win. So I think it's a lot of psychological just to get your team going, give you that extra motivation, that extra boost.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Timberwolves. And it's Lillard missing. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That is his first foul of the game. Harris with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well-conceived play. The pass is right on time. Tobias catches in rhythm. Difficult set to defend.
Wasted no time on that one. And it's 6 points for Damian Lillard.
Oh, okay. It's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Harris, good.
And so many defenses nowadays really not designed to take away that mid-range jumper.
If you go by pure analytics, there is an argument to be made for that. This time, doesn't work out.
Here's Jokic. Again, the Pelicans score.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And that's a surprise. He's usually deadly from mid-range.
Here's Harris. Pass to Jokic. Takes a 3. The shot comes out. And the call will be against Harris. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Timberwolves with possession. They trail by 3.
And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
It's stolen by Harris. New Orleans moving the ball around.
Attacking the rim. Tobias with a solid vertical to do this.
Holiday attacking. Here's Monroe. Another shot. And it goes down 2 points.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there is nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Pass to Jokic. Offline with his 3. And Jokic, Greg, said he was a fat point guard until he got taller.
Well, even now, Kevin, Jokic, not the most chiseled physique, but the point guard background makes sense. His playmaking for a center is off the charts. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
To the inside. And the rejection by Monroe. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. On the wing, Harris. The three-pointer, no good. Right side, Holiday. Here's Monroe. Second shot opportunity. And it's good on the layup.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
He's playing with that one extra gear so far that none of the other guys have found yet.
Pass to Jokic. Harris trying to get free. And he banks in the layup. Jokic just got his second bucket of the night.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
And there's no doubt that Lillard is a pure scorer. But it's good to see him focus on his passing, wanting to make his teammates better.
For New Orleans, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Steve Tobias Harris with plenty of stops in his young NBA career so far. You wouldn't guess it, though, from his talent level.
Year after year, he advances his offensive arsenal. He's become one of the most dangerous scorers in the game.
And so it's New Orleans with it, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Harris. A second chance effort. And Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got 6 points.
His combination of energy and anticipation showing up on the offensive glass.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist. I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Here's Monroe. And it's sent back by Jokic. Monroe's shot is good. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Inside. It's Jokic top of the key. Puts it up from 17. Kuzma pulls it in.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held them back.
Lillard misses.
Just hasn't had it tonight, but his teammates are picking up the slack.
New Orleans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
This is where he feels 100% comfortable taking all the free points he can get.
And that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. They get a hand on it. Here's Lillard. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset, and these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
Here's Finney-Smith, and he hits the jump shot. Finney-Smith's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Pelicans. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Very nearly stolen. There's no need to force that pass.
Puts it up off the inbound. Here's Koufos. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Smith, no good.
How does he miss that layup? He's too good to be doing that.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. basketball was my key, and his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. Here's Finney Smith. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. Steve, offenses have gotten so good at stretching the floor. What are defenses doing to counteract that?
I think that what they're doing right now is they're having guys with the versatility of switching, because if you run pick and roll and you can switch, it keeps everybody in front of you. And I think also right now they're having multiple guys and going deeper to have guys who are in foul trouble that they can look down to their bench and they can play 10 or 12 guys on their roster.
An area he must sharpen over time. Smith Jr. has the defensive skills, just needs to work on his will.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Taken away by Holiday.
I'll tell you what, terrific anticipation defensively. Tracked it all the way. That pass had no chance.
Lillard surveying the D. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 14.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And goes to Kufis, picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Smith. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
And no doubt Smith has the vision. When one of his guys has a clean look, he's quick to get the ball to them. And no doubt both teams competing at a high level, but the consistency has been lacking here. Another lead change.
I like to fight in these clubs. Neither side willing to give an inch. We'll see how it turns out.
Shot clock at 3. And he makes that one. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Kufis tries again. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Kufis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, Damian Lillard has never been one to doubt himself, and when he plays, he exudes confidence.
Has a short-term memory, which allows him to keep attacking, even after he's missed a few. And that's the mentality you have to have on offense. He might be as good as any other guard in this game.
Now, here is Smith. Pass to McLemore. Back to Smith. Now Collins. Off target from three-point range. Over Collins. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. And you know, Dennis Smith Jr. is a player who just is oozing with confidence when you see him play.
I just love how Smith Jr. will attack every player he goes up against. Chris Paul, who Smith Jr. goes way back with, noticed how even as a rookie, he approaches every challenge head on. As a rookie, Smith Jr. was just jawing at the bench and dunking on everyone. He has the game to back up that personality.
The Timberwolves shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
Pelicans trail by 9. And Jokic slams it in.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Lillard misses.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
Harris, good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Hurdle showing a little speed and some handles on that drive.
And it's Harris off the drive. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And too long on the shot.
An uncontested look for mid-range. He typically drains that one.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Because he's inconsistent from range, the defense dares him to take that shot. Bad gamble there.
Now here is Harris. Down low. Pass to Jokic. Out to Harris. Goes back up. Harris, right side. Jokic. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Harris. Nice D from Lillard.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And you see there Tobias with body control to take the hit, still complete the play.
From deep. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And so it's Minnesota in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Here we go. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. For 3, Jokic, no good. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Minnesota. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Lillard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves. You look at this Pelicans offense, Steve, it's a very free-flowing system.
Yes, this team loves to make the extra pass to get an open look. They were 3rd in the league last season in team assists per game. The back cuts they make and the willingness to share the ball are what teams strive for on the offensive end.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple of shots. You are in rhythm.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 20. To the middle. Here's Pirtle. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Pirtle's got 5 points so far.
Really nice work. Pirtle going to town on the weak defense down in the paint.
Pass to Harris. And the 3 off target.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yep, that one goes.
Just how they drew it up coming out of the half. 3 straight from the field.
Lillard with it. Picked up by Harris. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Pelicans trail by 12. Now here is Harris. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday stand very patient, waiting for someone to break free.
That one wide left. And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game. Smitty, every so often we'll hear about a team holding a players-only meeting. You've been there, I'm sure. You've gone through that. What exactly goes on in those discussions?
You know, Kevin, when you hear players-only meeting, something's going wrong with the team. Right. And obviously, we meet all the time, but when there's specific in quotation of players-only meeting, there's a lot of things that are going wrong with the team, with individuals, with the coaches, the general managers. They are trying to find a way to hash it out, and those are never good.
In the corner, it's Harris. Back to Jokic. Left side, Harris. Drilled from 11 feet out. And now just a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
And defensively, you have to close out fast on Harris in that in-between area.
Good work there as it goes. That's 7 points for Jakob Poeltl.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Back to Harris. Lets the three fly. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Harris, good.
Difficult to stop inside. Harris with the excellent feel and touch around the basket.
Count the basket.
And you see the coach saying, no, no, no. Then yes, yes, yes.
Harris, no good.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Well, the truth is, he probably makes this shot a little more often than he should, so it's hard to resist.
Holiday gets the bucket.
As usual, Holiday just going about his business, isn't worried about who's trying to check him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul. On the wing, Harris. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Back to Jokic. Now the fast break. Lamb with the ball. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. And now it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
Beautiful offense, unselfish play, sharp pass by Prince.
For New Orleans, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. And he makes the first but misses the second.
And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement. And a good opportunity here to go 2 for 1.
But you also want a decent shot if you can get it. That takes priority.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Harris outside. Fires from deep. Knocks down the 3-ball. Harris has got 8 points.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout. And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And stolen by Kufis. So the Timberwolves call their first timeout.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Yeah, I mean, just wants to make sure everybody's on the same page here going forward.
You know, sometimes the best way to approach it, let your guys know what they're doing well and give them one or two things that they could have done better.
Minnesota calls timeout. Here is Lillard. He's got 20. Over Harris. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Lillard's got 22 points.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Drills the three-pointer.
Picking up from where he left off, I lost count of how many threes he hit in the first half. Now nails this one.
On the wing, Harris. Smith outside. Pass to Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. And here is Harris. Back to Jokic. Out to Harris. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New Orleans. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
Wow, take care of the basketball. Something he did a great job of in the first half, but not so much here in the second.
Off the inbound. And Lillard with the lay-in. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Here's Jokic. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Jokic has got 19 points.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
Smith outside. Out to Harris. Offline with his 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Minnesota leading by 11. Three-pointer, Lillard.
And they're not having as much success from long range as they did in the first half. And every offensive board is an extra possession. If you're trying to compete from this far down, you cannot allow that.
You know, I wonder, where's the passion? You can't afford a no-show here on the defensive glass.
Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, one season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball forwards. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Pass to Jokic. Jacks up a three. Drills it from outside. Jokic has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pelicans. And a deep three from Lillard.
You don't see a lot of block shots from Harris, so enjoy that one.
And there's the call on John Collins. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Timberwolves call time here.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, there's too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He told them one thing. He said, no mistakes from here on out. We've got a good lead. Don't take chances. No dumb fouls. Smart basketball the rest of the way. Guys.
And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That's his 3rd foul of the game. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And that bucket should stop the bleeding.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Harris. From downtown. That's tipped.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Hurdle. Wonderful timing right there.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Assertive in the painted area. This is what every coach preaches.
Smith outside. Pass to Jokic. In the corner, it's Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Harris has got 10 points in just the second half. Timberwolves leading by 4. Lillard fires away from way outside. Drains the three-pointer.
And the fans are so fired up after that triple that trimmed the lead at the other end. And now they are stunned.
Smith with it. Lillard picks him up. In the corner, it's Harris. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Back to Monroe. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Man, both teams scoring at a higher rate here down the stretch.
You know what? It's all about the offense. Decisive and prolific. Fun duel to watch.
Smith feeling it out a bit. Poked loose. And stolen by Lillard. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's Monroe with it, bringing it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. It's stolen by Harris. And it's Smith penetrating. And then Smith with the dunk.
And I tell you what, Smith takes over on those important possessions. Always calm and confident with the ball. And this guy embraces the big moments.
Strong move at the rim. Overpowers the smaller defender.
Free throw good. Kuzma. Pelicans trailed by 7.
And definitely playing the opponent, but also they're playing against the clock.
I think that's the thing. You can't give away 1 second now. You're toast.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one, they have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that will push the lead to double digits. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 10. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Timberwolves making a switch here. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. .51 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Minnesota has possession. 10-point lead. Kuzma, that's good.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
John Collins, the explosive big man from Wake Forest, was taken 19th overall in the 2017 draft. Showed a lot of promise, and if there was a redo of that draft, you can bet he'd go a little higher than that.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And again, no good by New Orleans. Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by New Orleans. For three, Harris. Nailed from three-point land. Kuzma inside. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all